Hiya, kiddos. Thanks for joining Grandpa Ken. And yeah, a buddy of mine here, Pete the cat. Oh yeah, Bluey and Bingo are hanging out today too because they really like Pete's stories. Yep, we're gonna read another Pete the cat today. He's one of my favorites. And based on all you guys and you kiddos telling me what you like and requesting books, which I'm really happy to say. I'm so happy you guys are liking it. Today we're going to do Pete the Cat. Something we all go through. The bedtime blues. See? Okay. Pete and the gang are at the beach. They've been having a groovy time in the surf and sand, but now the sun's starting to set. Pete's bummed out. Bummer. He doesn't want the fun to end. But what can he do? They can't surf in the dark. Well, certainly not. That would be dangerous, wouldn't it? Pete wouldn't do that. Then Pete has an idea. Hey, he shouts, why should our fun end just because the sun is tired? Let's have a sleepover at my house. They'll give us more time for tons of fun. Pete's friends love that idea. Groovy, says Gus. Where there'll be snacks, said the alligator. Grumpy Toad points to his motorcycle. Come on, let's go to Pete's place. The party at Pete's house. Oh, you know this is going to be far out. The gang orders pizza and plays and plays and plays and plays. Alligator throws around Pete's soccer ball. Gus goes for a ride in Pete's bike. Grumpy Toad even drives Pete's remote car. And Pete draws with his crayons. Wow, they were all having fun, weren't they? Sleepovers are a lot of fun. Yeah, there are your grown-ups. Get to watch you guys play and have fun. The gang rolls out their sleeping bags and puts on their pajamas. Good night, Gus, Pete says, turning off the light. Good night, alligator. Good night, Grumpy Toad. Good night, Pete, the friends call back. Pete pulls his blanket up high. He fixes his sleeping cap. He squishes around to get comfortable. You know how that is at night, just as you really don't want to go to bed anyways. It's been a long, groovy day, but now he's ready for some sleep eye. Slowly, Pete's eyes begin to close. Well, you know how that feels. He's about to catch some Z's when he hears a noise. Clap, clap, clap. Pete sits up and turns on the lights. Who did that, he asks. Oh, look, there he is, almost Zing out. See? And here's this clap, clap, clap. Wonder who that is. Whoever it is. It was me, Grumpy Toad says. I'm not tired. I don't want to go to bed, and I want to clap my hands instead. Pete covers his head. Let's clap tomorrow, he says. Right now, this cool cat needs to go to bed. Pete turns off the light again. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Grumpy Toad. Time to sleep. Good night, Pete, the friends call. Pete fluffs up his pillow. He pulls his blanket down, then he closes his eyes. Pete's about to catch some Z when he hears another noise. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Pete turns on the light. Who did that, he asks. Oh no, they just won't let him sleep. It was me, says Gus. I'm not tired. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam. Pete shakes his head. That was a cool beat. But let's rock out tomorrow instead, he says. This cat needs his sleep. Pete turns off the light again. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Grumpy Toad. Time to sleep. Good night, Pete, the friends call back. Pete rolls on his left side. He rolls onto his right side. He's about ready to catch some Z's when he hears a loud munch. Look at the alligator's on his drum. Huh? You see that? Yeah. That was the rat-a-tat-tat. Pete knows that sound. He's sure it is alligator. He's always up for eating. Pete turns the light on, and sure enough, alligator is munching on a piece of pizza. Pete says, what can he do? All the clapping, all the rat-a-tat-tatting and munching are giving him the bedtime blues. Then Pete has an idea. He gets out his favorite bedtime story and begins to read. Huh? That's all it normally takes, don't you think? Look at alligators eating. Pete's got an idea. Pete knows. As he reads, Pete notices that the room is quiet, that there is no more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tat-tatting, and no more munching. Pete looks up. His friends have gathered around him. They want to hear the story too. Pete turns back to the beginning of the book and he begins to read it aloud. His friends settle down and listen. No one makes a sound. See, they all are just kicking back and listen to Pete. See, like you kiddos do to me. You can kick back and relax and Grandpa will do the reading. Pete yawns as he turns the last page of the book. He has been so focused on the story he didn't even notice his friends had all crept off to their own beds. Good night, sleep tight, he whispers. See, look at them all now in their sleeping bags, huh? Pete puts his book down. He turns off the lights and he closes his eyes. Soon, Pete is fast asleep, dreams of Mother Groovy Day, of surfing fill his head as the cool cat finally catches some Z's. Huh? That's what everybody calls sleeping, is Z's. See, old Pete? Well, that's it, kiddos, for this one, but we got bunches more. Remember, if you're grown up would like to, they can contact us at ProfessorProfit.com. You have a groovy day, kiddos. Bye.